Welcome back, everybody. Wow.
Dynamite intro, Mrs. Lush.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was coming.
Massive. How'd that feel?
Like
Sweetheart, sometimes we're inundated with so much stuff on the internet, and it's a lot to process, so that's why I love when the team puts together a couple of things that are just mildly interesting.
Okay.
You know, it's just enough to get you going, but not enough to
really
break
cause
your
a lot
brain.
of excitement.
Yeah. And if you don't stay till the end of the video, I'm going to mildly punch you in the face. Okay? How does that sound?
Clearly he's in an abusive mood today.
Let's get into it. How are we starting off here? Oh, I just saw this. This is Brit.
You saw this?
So look at, yeah, it's the G-force of the Porsche Turbo S launch. Pretty sick, right?
Well,
that was awesome. Well, what?
Safety.
Oh, for the love of God. You know what? No.
Sorry, I'm a mom.
They're not like on a highway, okay? Well, I don't know where they are, but let the kids have some fun. Relax. I saw another, there was a no, yeah, that defeats the whole purpose. The whole point is you're stuck to the back of the chair. It's like
throw a helmet on the kid. I don't know what to say.
Throw a helmet on the kid. If you crash doing that, the helmet's not going to help you. I'm sorry. Well, maybe it would, but I'd rather be dead. I saw a similar, this is like a new trend. I saw one in like a Tesla Model S Plaid as well. So anything that produces enough G-force to hold you to the back of the seat. It's like the spinny ride at the Turkish Twist.
How fast do you have to be able to go to pull that off?
Approximately 634.7 newtons per square inch.
Sport mode on my car wouldn't.
No, I don't think so. Certainly not with me. You'd need a locomotive to get me to stick to something. It's about, yeah, G-forces. So it's not about top speed, it's about acceleration, basically, yeah. Zooming into a CPU, oh my God. I saw a video recently before I watched this. I don't know what this is gonna be. I think this is it. Just constantly zooming in hundreds and hundreds of X magnifiers into a microchip. And it makes me think to myself, how in the world did humans create something like this? It feels like alien technology when you really think about it. You're talking about a microchip that's on a processor that's this size.
Yep.
There's thousands of microchips on this, and then within each microchip, there's like thousands of nodes and diodes. I'm not using the right words. I'm a pleb. Don't even think about it. Your head will explode. Here we go. Strap in, hun. Strap the in. Okay?
Hold on.
There you go. Like, this is almost imperceptible to the human eye, and we're gonna just keep going.
I've never seen you this excited.
We're just gonna keep going. Guess what? We're not done.
Just looks like a map.
We're not done. That's like one individual. I can't. How is this possibly created by humans?
Your brain's not supposed to be able to wrap around that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the opposite phenomenon of trying to think about how big space is.
Sure,
when you think of like the expansive limitlessness of space in our tiny little existence, it's the flip inverse of that. But that being said, humans didn't like create the universe, but we did create that. So
yes,
that's very,
man. That's a good description, though.
I get hard thinking about like that. I'm sorry. I just get so amped up about like microchips. I just like, we all take it for granted. We're all just fucking brain dead 70 IQ morons sitting around like, blah, 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 funny video. Do you know what it takes to make like this? Are you kidding me? That's it's crazy.
Contrary to the title, this is more than mildly interesting to you.
Yeah, wow. Whew, I guess.
I think you're probably the only one.
The title of the video should be the most amped, interesting of all time.
Be prepared for a little letdown in the
yeah, man, I really blew my wad there. That one got me going. I actually did blow my wad.
Jesus Christ! Can you calm down?
You don't have to keep that in the
Please,
video.
Jesus, do not.
I'm keeping it.
A little pre-video.
What the f is happening?
A little pre-video hanker-panker.
Excuse you! What's happening?
How to add...
I'm gonna steal that from you. You're like having a problem.
That's my second coffee. I had a talk.
Yeah, you had a venti already. I know you did, so I'm just gonna try to get on your level or something.
On a hydrophone.
That's good.
Salt. Like that?
Yeah, sorry I stole it from you, but it was delicious.
My last sip. It's insane.
No, you got one more.
A little pinch of more salt. Salt equals reverb, so the osmo... Whoa. Huh. The osmolality of the water affects its ability to transfer sound waves. Very interesting. I hope I said osmolality. Is that right? It's osmolality. The concentration of particles dissolved in a fluid. Close enough. Osmolarity?
Osmolarity.
The concentration of osmoles. All right, what about osmolality? What's the difference? This is some real chemistry shit right here. The concentration of particles dissolved in a fluid. I said osmolality. I left out LA, which I will do for the rest of my life because it's a dump over there. Sorry.
Never been.
What a pleb. You've never been to California. Most beautiful state on earth. Worst politics.
Let's go in August.
Okay. I know, like, we're just teasing right now, but my wife will take that seriously and have a whole trip planned.
Rabbit hole.
By next Tuesday night. She'll be like, oh, I found this place and I played that plane. I'm going to be like, what? I thought we were just talking for the video.
Here you can see the stark difference between the inside water and the outside water.
This, dude.
You might even be able to see my foot.
Wait, you saw this?
Yeah, he purposely filled the inside of his restaurant with clean water in order to not allow the outside flood water to come in.
I was about
I mean,
4.5
why?
feet
Either
deep,
way,
maybe.
you're full of water.
This is the thing, right? Like,
So, yeah, all my plastic plants are floating. So, what do we have going on in here? What in the world?
all right, so it looks like it's still under construction, maybe?
What? Hey! 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 We're closed! What are y'all doing here? What? The moose out front should have told you we were closed.
When I was here last week, I'm pretty sure I left the bathroom faucet on.
Ooh, that comment. Now the insurance ain't going to cover the repair because they'll say you did the damage.
That's actually
quite
a
accurate.
consideration.
Since you was here, you would like a cold beer?
All right!
There was looking for a reason
Yeah.
not to cover it.
And
that's
you
a
just
good one.
you just
Friendly,
wrecked yourself.
Boaters come out and help me check on things out
Just
here
equalize the
today.
water pressure. Yeah, it equalizes the water pressure, obviously, pushing
So,
out.
Yeah, we get
sorry
that.
about that.
Like,
Not to mention-
science, yay.
Yes, but unfortunately, it's not the murkiness of the water that does the damage. It's the moisture.
Yeah. Unless they just were trying to have some fun.
Well, they're having
All
fun,
right,
clearly.
all kidding aside, we took lots of precautions. That was staged, and everybody is very safe.
Really?
I assure you that. We have been doing this for a long time. Front door here, you can see.
Doing what? Flooding your own restaurant for a long time? I'm so curious. I want more context to like what the reason behind that was. I don't know, like, and if it actually made sense to do. That's a lot of water. It would take so much water to fill that up, dude.
Armadillo to play soccer. Here's
So
how
you
I
have
did
a
it.
pet armadillo?
While teaching Croissant to play soccer, I used the command score. It's
actually a great name for an
clicker
armadillo.
known as a bridge. The bridge
I
uses
feel like
Croissant?
I feel like if there was ever an animal you'd allow in the house, it's an armadillo named Croissant.
It's named Croissant.
It's hilarious. It looks like a croissant.
an audible click, which gives Croissant feedback
more than
on the
mildly
exact
interesting.
moment he performed the desired behavior. When he hears that click, he knows a treat will soon follow. First starting off, I kept the ball close to the goal, slowly moving it farther and farther away. At the beginning, Croissant opted to back the ball into the goal, which gave him some extra control, but as the ball moved farther away and he gained more confidence, he began to push the ball into the goal. Occasionally, when the ball did get close to the goal, he would back it in, but by this time, he had become quite proficient at scoring goals on command. In this clip, you can see he gets his ball stuck on the door. He comes over, he asks me for some help, I help him out, and then he effortlessly scores a goal. On the next drill, he almost runs into the same
the
issue,
best thing I've
but he
ever seen
stops,
in my life.
makes a slight correction, and makes yet another
Croissant
goal.
is training
What
out
an
of his
intelligent
mind
young
right
man
now.
he is.
Croissant might be the coolest
this is
animal I've
how-
ever seen in my
I
life.
taught my armadillo to play soccer.
Bro, Croissant is
I
on
have
a,
so many questions.
He is on a tear. This made me just think of the meme. There's a meme online where like there's like a couple lying in bed and the female is like looking over her husband worried that he's thinking about other women, and it's just like the husband thinking about some man shit. And it's
Yeah,
like it's just him like thinking about training Croissant, you know, training his pet armadillo.
I mean, that's about as wholesome as it gets.
That's the coolest thing. There is no rule in the book that says an armadillo can't play soccer. So his name's Zoo Daddy, naturally. There's a close-up of Croissant.
Why does he have
Okay,
hair?
that's a little
I get this
creepy.
question quite a
That's
bit.
a little creepy
Some people
looking.
are surprised to learn armadillos have hair at all.
Yeah.
But yes, they do.
okay, it's a little-
Armadillos are mammals. And
Oh
one-
yeah, the close-up made you change your mind. She prefers watching the armadillo play soccer from the stands.
Yeah,
she doesn't want the 40X
Never
tube.
meet your heroes. Please click that away.
I thought there was a glimmer of hope that there was a singular animal that you would like, and immediately dashed the second we got a little
Just got a
close
little
to it.
rodent looking.
which for most
got up
species will
close.
fall off shortly after birth. Now, these
know it's
hairs
not
do
a
serve a
rodent, trust
purpose.
me.
He's got, he wears
Two-banded
armor,
armadillos
dude.
have
It's
I
so
understand.
bad.
So they use these long hairs like whiskers, which help them
a
sense
big old nail. Dude, look at that
I
talon.
know. Whoa.
their surroundings and find small insects in the night. Does he like to be pet? He does. He takes his pets and his scratches very seriously. He especially loves having his head rubbed. He'll even fall asleep on me while he's doing it.
Imagine, like, out of all the armadillos in the world, winning the lottery and just being pampered by a human. What a legendary
and he has no idea how good he has it.
experience. The flip side of that might also be like, well, you're just like kind of like trapped inside in a cage all day when you could be out doing armadillo
I
things
think this
in the
is
wild.
a very well cared for armadillo.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. Croissant's gonna
Also
be
an
just
internet sensation.
Croissant's gonna be just fine. Yeah, he is. These are bangers, dude. I'm loving these right now.
End result of dripping hot glass in water. It looks like a normal glass droplet, but it's actually full of stress now. The stress appears as rainbows in the polariscope, which is a polarizing filter. I wish my stress appeared as rainbows.
There's a what's the name of it? But it has to do with hot glass that is then cooled in a specific shape. It's called something tier, and because of the way it cools and the stress it creates, it looks like this big long thing that you could snap easily, but it can like hold up like hundreds of pounds because of how. Prince Rupert's Drop, also known as the Dutch tier, the toughened glass beads created by dripping molten glass into cold water, which causes it to solidify in tadpole-shaped droplet with a long thin tail. They're characterized internally by very high residual stresses, and like this, like they look super fine, but they're incredibly
That's weird.
robust.
Never heard of that.
Incredibly robust.
Huh.
Science. Science. We love science in this household.
And we usually do science.
We just go science anytime there's something cool that you can't explain. Science.
Yes, science!
How globes were made? Oh, like the original back when it was like,
globe.
yeah, paper mache? Yeah, because a lot of the globes have like the topography, right? Like a little bit of the cool globes did at least. Globes are sick. Like an actual globe centerpiece in a house, you have to have a particular type of decor.
You want to have a large foyer with one?
Yes.
As the
I actually do. That has the like the mountainous paper mache topography to it.
Oh, rats.
What? Oh, you can pause it. What?
Oh no, if you decide to
Oh, you need a bigger house. Is that what you're saying?
if
Got
you want to
it.
get
Yeah.
I will
You
allow
allow me to have a globe if we have a house with a foyer?
any type, size, whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Let me just invest in a multi-million-dollar house so I can have a globe. That seems like a reasonable
Very good
trade-off.
reason, yes.
No thanks. There it is.
7%
Oh,
interest rate.
dude, look at the Mapeties.
Wait, what?
Yeah, hand-painted, dude.
No way. No way.
There's got to be a black market
Okay, no,
of
she's
like...
painting like the scene.
Yes. Black market's not the right word. There has to be a secondary market of very expensive vintage globes.
Oh, for sure.
And it's not something
Well, that's
I've
gonna
ever
be-
thought about until right now.
That's
And
going to be your next hobby.
I might be a collector. You know there's like a weird special on some dude who collects globes, right? There has to be.
You guys, I rescued these globes from the Goodwill bins,
Rescued.
and they have been sitting in my stash forever. Join Tara and I tonight as we go live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at 6 p.m. as we upcycle these beauties.
Upcycle these beauties. Globe restoration. New career unlocked.
That could be something.
Yeah, dude. Between the microchips and
Croissant.
vintage globes right now, I'm like having hot flashes in this
my
video.
God.
I'm really...
You're on another
I'm
level
learning a
today.
lot about myself, yeah. I'm learning a lot about myself and what interests me.
This was only meant to be mildly interesting.
I know. Well, I'll tell
turning
you
into
what.
a full-blown new hobby.
Supremely interesting, yeah.
1v1, Tommy v Hunter, man to man, sperm to sperm, just a few more millimeters. Another sperm goes down, 1v1,
Is this
Tommy v
legit?
Hunter.
It's in French, so you can't really tell, but is there actually something where they take sperm and put it in a petri dish, like through a particular tube and watch them race? Because that's the sickest thing I've ever
I
seen.
have no clue.
Unreal. Looks like a Fusion Frenzy game, Jackson. I play.
Oh my.
Had to pay 50 cents to use the bathroom, but there's a cutout for kids to use it free. This house has no windows. They put this Walgreens in an old bank. My
I've seen
coffee
that.
blending perfectly with my mug.
Interesting.
Parents' dog laying on identical rug.
Nice.
Pair left in backpack for 6 years.
What?
Ice froze
Gross.
to the outside of my fridge. This Burger King still uses their furniture from the 80s. I found a stalk of corn growing in the street today. I opened a yogurt and got no yogurt on the lid. The emergency first aid kit at my work is a pack of gloves and a can of sardines.
Oh.
We have harvested a tiny watermelon. Someone left grapes outside my apartment door. My Swiss cheese
Eating
in the
those.
4-pack I bought the other day. These chicken nuggets have a not recommended cooking option. Not recommended boiling. Cloud Shadow has multiple layers. Tomatoes grow at our sewage treatment plants because the seeds survive the sewer journey.
That was like the most ADD form of content of all time. It's like we've just delivered 67 things in less than a minute, and also here's gameplay in case you're too brain dead to pay attention to how fast we're delivering these little quips of mildly interesting facts. There's a meme about that, how like if, you know, the kids these days, if you can't get them to concentrate on something, just put a backdrop of like gameplay of something, yeah, and then they'll pay attention, which is not entirely untrue. Oh my God.
I don't know what this is.
Wild.
But they seem to like the signal of the Wi-Fi to Starlink.
That's like mildly concerning. The bugs know what's there. Humans don't. It's just flowing through our brains at all time. Like, what do the bugs know that we don't? They're eating it up, though. So maybe it's good for us after all. Starlink technology, by the way, is one of the more revolutionary technologies in the last 100 years. Be able to take connectivity and make it global. Like, there's a dude who quit his job. He was like a car salesman, or like he worked at a Automart, and he like quit his job, bought a sailboat, and was just going to sail across the ocean to Hawaii. Obviously blew up online, and he's like making TikToks, and that's what he does. And he's like sailing, and he's able to upload to TikTok anywhere in the ocean, in the middle of the ocean, just because he's got like 300 megabyte internet from his Starlink. It's sweet. Even when we do range days, they bring they're like in the middle of nowhere, they bring the Starlink out full internet. Makes me want to just move into the middle of the woods and shoot guns and drive four-wheelers and do fun stuff. Yeah, my wife doesn't like that very much. Too many insects and bears and stuff. Not enough targets. Can I at least have a cabin where I can just go bring Jackson? You can be on your own for a couple weeks. And
fill of globes.
My cabin full of globes. Just globes and microchips everywhere. Interesting. Ooh. Interesting. So they were zoomed in. So there's a LiDAR, the top of this.
I don't really need to understand.
A LiDAR is a laser radar. It's a like they use LiDARs to, like cops use LiDARs to check speed.
Whoa, I passed one the other day. Whoa.
Yeah, shooting a laser. Apparently this one is burning the camera sensor on an iPhone. And the reason I was confused is because they're zoomed in, but as they zoom out, it goes away because you know how it changes camera lenses when you zoom back out. That's why there's that's why there's 3 of these in the back there. Yeah, you knew that? It does it intuitively.
Yep,
it will
I already knew that. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. You just thought they were using all 3 lenses at the same time?
For sure.
Yes. You're so sweet and innocent. Kids with 2 natural hair colors? What?
Say what?
Huh. 1 half dark brown, 1 half blonde, split down the middle.
Wait, I would love to see the eyebrows.
Come on, there's no more pose? I guess they probably don't want to show his face. God bless.
I know. That is
super
very unique.
Cool. I loved the look of people who had birthmarks on their scalp so their hair grows white in those patches. You never see that. I wonder what the cause of that is.
Will it go in all, like, you know how like
will
blonde
it change
usually
eventually?
turns dark anyway?
Yeah. Will it eventually just kind of conform or stay that way?
I know someone with 2 different color eyes.
I remember seeing this.
That's very strange.
Yeah, I've seen that
One green,
too.
one blue.
I saw this go viral. Like, what? Someone explained to me what this was, but I believe it's an anti-drone technology hip-fired.
That?
Yeah. So it's not even a weapon. It's like it'll jam. It'll like basically allow like just fly. Yeah, nuke a drone essentially. It's maybe like a directional EMP type of thing. I don't know. Looks wicked badass though. That's a counter drone rifle, definitely not new and has been used at many events in the past few years. Makes sense. That's like apparently the new thing, and the new fear is literally just unmanned drone warfare. And there was, probably not in your news circle, but there was just a huge attack from Ukraine on Russia. They were able to just like target a lot of their jets, planes, whatever, and just like had drones flying and blew up. It's a big deal. People were calling it like the Russian Pearl Harbor, like all this crazy shit. You know, we've had like unmanned drone flying, shooting missiles for a long time now, but now you can just like turn a drone into a bomb and send it at light speed anywhere you want with pinpoint precision accuracy. Listen, that's better than launching nukes, okay? Let's put it that way. Hope we can just get rid of nuclear technology as a warfare option. I mean, it'll never go away because it's always like, who's got more nukes? Who's got power to the button? Just a big dick contest on a global stage. Oh, the sound effects. Here we go. Oh! Where's he going? Just turning himself in circles? Maybe he was cold. Maybe he was a little chilly. Heat absorption in different colored t-shirts. Ah, the difference in heat absorption between the different colored t-shirts. Black being the hottest, white being the coolest. Yep. And then You know what's interesting is green, blue, purple. Yeah, it's really just the darker it is, the more it's
Yeah, like the yellow's pretty reflective.
You know what's weird though is that gray, so much more absorption than just the plain white, and it doesn't, like, you wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
You know? Even this green, you're like, oh, light green, that's not that bad. It's like any color at all seems to just absorb the heat.
The yellow's
like
not bad though, look at it.
That's true. Yeah, barely any compared to the white, yeah.
Alright, so when you go play golf and it's 90 out tomorrow, don't wear your black shirt.
No, that much I know. I would think differently for some of these colors. That is very mildly interesting. That's right on brand.
Now you know, going into summer, guys.
Yeah, don't wear purple.
Oh, like there's like a little rain shower in that one. Come on.
What?
Come on. Is this real?
Looks kind of real.
That is strange. It kind of seems like...
There's got to be something going on with like a waterfall nearby.
From a waterfall, like
something coming over somewhere. Yeah, that can't be just rain. Yeah. Like, give me a perimeter scan here.
Right, because it's just raining in 6 cubic feet.
Give me a perimeter scan. Someone in the comments will know. This is more than mildly interesting. I've been alive for almost 40 years, never seen anything like this. You've never seen someone dump water from a high place barely out of frame? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like they have a fire hose or something. Come on.
And also the flow of it, the way it was coming out.
That's what I mean.
It's not rain.
It's clearly coming from a source really high up to the point where it's turning into kind of concentrated rain as it breaks apart during the fall.
Too smart for us. Nice try, Reddit.
Nice try, guys. Not in our house. We're too smart for that bullshit. Crazy hailstorm.
Oh my god.
Holy Jesus.
Those are the size of golf balls.
Some bigger, to be honest.
Do you hear that?
Your car's ruined. So is your house. That's nuts. Oh my god. Just windows shattering everywhere. Oh, the dish soap got one-shotted. Holy shit.
That's actually nuts.
That would be something to be in that storm, huh?
I just want to see like the...
Look at the size of them. Those are like, some of them are like almost baseball sized.
Big snowballs, yeah.
Yeah. Hope you have a garage or you're getting a new car. That's cool, man. I've only ever been in the...
windows.
I've only ever been in the p***iest of hailstorms, you know?
Yeah.
Tiny little... and it's over in like 8 seconds. I want the baseball size ones.
No, I don't.
That would f*** you up if you're outside.
Yes.
You get wrecked.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, look what happened to that dish soap.
It looks like he got hit with a sniper rifle, dude. Anti-theft gym weights? Who the hell is stealing gym weights, dude?
I know. How are you stealing them?
Marked with DNA and microdots? DNA? Oh, there's DNA's on there. That's weird. Maybe the gym was having a problem.
I think it's a joke.
I'm not sure that it is, to be honest. I could see someone trying to build a home gym doing some dumb shit with a backpack, like stealing one weight at a time. Absolutely has happened. People are scumbags in general. Friend sent a pic of a kidney stone magnified. Blah. Ugh. Had to pass through your bladder.
Sure did.
Gross, dude.
Sure did.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. That was more than mildly interesting.
Of the pain. It's when it has to pass from the kidney down the ureter before it gets to the bladder
urethra.
And then out your
penis. Yeah. I had a friend in high school who had a lot of kidney stones, and he said it was like he would be out of school because the pain was so unbearable.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just the worst. And I get queasy thinking about it.
So uncomfortable.
Yeah. I'll be honest, though, that was way more than mildly interesting.
So, yeah,
some of those just gave me a new lease on life. So you outdone yourself, but I'm sorry for the misleading title, or the misleading intro at the very least. But as always, it was more than interesting to have you along with us. So thanks for doing it, and we'll see you in the next one.